I got online. I kind of Googled Lee Fraumeni syndrome. And what I saw was kind of interesting. First of all, one of the two doctors, Joseph Fraumeni, was still alive, his late 80s. And the doctor, Frederick Lee, had died in 2015. But also, kind of what I kind of said was like very rare. It took, kind of a long time for them to discover it. And so I called him up. I said, "Can you tell me about this? I'm just curious, kind of, I want to know." And the story that he told me was just kind of fascinating. It said to me, maybe there is something more here. That is when it kind of piqued my journalist curiosity. And, kind of the story kind of goes back to the 1960s. It was about the time that my mother, that these two then young doctors at the National Cancer Institute came across a family, not my family, but another family. Initially, there was a father and son. The father was 24 years old and he had leukemia, and he had a baby son, 10 months old, who came down with a soft tissue cancer in his arm. The odds against either of these are kind of high. The odds against this in one family was astronomical. They started studying that family, and they found it was riddled with cancer, all different kinds of cancers over many generations. And that kind of sent them, kind of on a research project, which went on for more than 20 years before they solved it. And that's where I said, how did you solve it? And of course, he starts telling me all this stuff. So that was where the medical mystery came in. So I thought, maybe there is a story to tell here about science, scientific progress, how these scientists actually kind of wanted to help these families. That was what it was all about in the end. Yes, they're kind of curious and they want to solve, things that aren't known. But I think in the end, they're doing this because they want to help these families.